Today I visited the beautiful Carsington Water. The Carsington Water is a reservoir behind a dam built in the 1980s. It is part of a large system of reservoirs, streams, canals, etc. that provide water to most of northwestern England. I'm just on a little walk by myself right now down to the water. Remember everybody, prevent your pipe bursts. Slag your pipes this winter. Anyway, yeah, the water is down that way. I guess it's very popular in the summer because there are a lot of RV, or rather caravan as they call it here, parks, but none of them have anybody in them. I'm not even sure if the visitor center for this place is going to be open this time of year, but we'll see. Cuffing up my pants to keep them from getting muddy didn't exactly help much. Here is a diorama of the reservoir, Carsington Water. Right now, we're here at the visitor center. And if I'm right, and I almost always am on this one, the place we are staying is this building. Miles. According to the picture, it's about 0.8 miles to get here. The visitor center is open and they have some great tips on conserving water. Some of them are universal, but others only apply to certain areas of the world. The visitor center was nice. They had exhibits telling about the Sven Trent, I might be mispronouncing that, I'll have to check later, water system and what all they do in the area. They're the organization that's in charge of taking care of the reservoir. And now I'm on the walk to Stone Island, so called because of the stones, which were built by the ancient Romans on their arrival to the island. Just kidding, they were actually designed by an architect in the 1990s. They're still very pretty though. Each of these stones is supposed to, that's not a stone, that's a stick. Each of these stones marks an interesting landmark by looking through the hole, or they say a nice view. So, as I walk around the circle to the top, you can just have a look-see at all the nice views out in the back there. And here it is, the top area with the big stone. Let's see what we can see. I don't know if y'all are as big a fan of XKCD as I am, but he had this one comic where he talked about wind turbines and how they remind him of War of the Worlds tripods. I always thought they did have a very beautiful yet somewhat frightening ultra-modern look to them, but being only familiar with wind farms where there's tons of them all in one place, I never really thought of them that way. They're kind of spooky, yeah, all just standing there, but not really War of the Worlds tripod status. But being in England and seeing some of the ones around the Peak District, just kind of standing there, peeking over the hills, not moving at all, in England, I find the comparison somewhat more accurate. Anyway, look how fast the clouds are moving. Can't tell if you can tell how fast they're moving, but they're moving pretty fast. It's really muddy here. Tried to get pictures, but none of them really conveyed the sheer number of birds around this area. All the ones that I've tried to take that encompass the entire huge massive swarm of them have been too far out to even see the birds against the really white sky. I don't just mean that there's a lot of types of birds, which is true, or that there are a large number of birds, which is also true, but that's not super unusual. I just mean that a lot of the swarms of the birds, or I suppose flocks is the proper term, a lot of the bird flocks are much larger than most bird flocks that I've seen around the California area. It's difficult to film sheep while walking on a horse path without stepping in any horse, shall we say, byproducts. If I'm not mistaken, and again, I usually am not in these matters, you can see the farm that we're staying at, right? Right there. That. Here's the thing. They have these public footpath gates and markers around places, but I don't have any idea where exactly I'm supposed to go from here. I don't see a gate or a marking on the other side of the field, and I don't want to intrude, so I'm just going to stick to the roads. I was kind of planning to go to the town of Carsington as well as the water today, but looking like it's getting dark, I still have to get all the way back to the cottage and then another mile or so to the town. So I guess we'll just do the town some other day. So I'm just walking back towards the cottage where I will have a nice rest before getting up tomorrow and having another fun adventure. I'll see y'all there. V out.